Hi everyone, happy Labor Day. I hope you all are enjoying this fabulous Monday. I'm super excited to be back with you and doing day 3 of the 10 days of self-love challenge. And today for day 3, what I want to talk to you about is negative self-talk and some things you can do to banish it from your life, and also to share a little bit about why it's so important to work on correcting negative self-talk when you recognize it coming up. So negative self-talk, kind of self-explanatory, but it's basically anytime you say or think something about yourself that is not very positive. So for some people, it can be, I'm so fat, I'm so stupid, I'm so ugly. Why did I do that? Why did I think that was a good idea? Shoulds are usually a good signal of negative self-talk, like I should have done a better job with that, or I should have really thought ahead. Why didn't I think to do that before? Or I shouldn't eat that. I shouldn't say that. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. I'm such an idiot. Your mind will really run wild with it. And I think because it happens at a subconscious level, you can even see me kind of struggling to come up with examples. I assure you, my brain has plenty of them when I'm struggling during the day. But when you're doing something and it's not going exactly as it planned, or you're somehow not living up to this idealized version of how you should act, or how you should eat, or how you should perform on an assignment with work, or even if you feel like you were talking to someone and the interaction didn't go perfectly and you're picking apart things you shouldn't have said and questioning what they're thinking about you. I mean, there's a million times and opportunities during the day for your brain to really run wild criticizing yourself. And I feel like I know my brain does that. But for years and years and years, I never really thought about it. Whenever things cross my mind, like I should do a better job at this, or I'm stupid, like try harder, I never thought of that as something that was actually holding me back. In a weird way, I felt like that was motivating. So like, try harder, you're an idiot, study more. And I felt like that's how things would work out. Like if I berated myself and got down on myself enough, then I would change and just magically be better. And luckily, I learned a couple years ago through actually a negative self-talk coaching group that is not how things work. And there is this whole other wonderful world of saying nice things about yourself, even when things aren't going perfectly, even when you're not super happy with yourself or feeling frustrated or disappointed. And saying positive things about yourself makes life a lot better. So today, for an example, I was really struggling because I had decided that I was going to try to catch up with all the work that I missed Thursday and Friday, which was very ambitious and just very, you know me, characteristic of me. Of course, I can make up 2 days worth of work in one day. But I love and accept myself exactly the way I'm like that. So I'm doing this work and it is not going as quickly as I hoped it would be. And I'm kind of looking at my list of things to do and looking at the clock and looking at the work and thinking, oh my gosh, like you are not doing this fast enough. Why am I not smarter? Why is this taking forever? I am so stupid for not thinking of a better plan of how to do this work. And just kind of spiraling down the negative self-talk black hole of negative self-talk. And because negative self-talk is something I've read a lot about and, learned a lot about over the past few years, I started to kind of hear what I was saying to myself. And I noticed that I wasn't feeling better. I was feeling horrible about myself and where I was at. And luckily, I was able to pull out this handy trick of affirmations affirmations, which I adore, to kind of turn things around. So I'm going to show you the affirmations I wrote down for today. So I love these ones. They're applicable all the time. So one of the things I wrote down, and I can tell you this now if you ever are in my apartment for some reason, there are Post-its with positive affirmations everywhere. They're on my countertop, they're on my mirror. You could open spiral notebooks and find some. I think writing down positive statements about yourself and putting them places to remind you throughout the day is fabulous. So that is absolutely my tip for today is you could Google Louise Hay affirmations, and she has tons of fabulous affirmations. You can make them up yourself. I'm going to share a couple with you right now, but I would absolutely encourage you to get some Post-its if you have any. I really I'm the queen of Post-its. I have tons and lots of colors, and I love using them. But get some Post-its and write some positive affirmations on them, and then fill your life and workspace with them to be reminded of how wonderful you are during those moments when you're really struggling. So today, you can imagine me, I'm struggling with my work. It's not going how I'd like it to go. So one of the first things I thought to kind of twist my, you're not doing enough, you're not good enough, oh my God, you're an idiot, to turn that around, I came up with, I am doing the best I can in this moment. And I love this affirmation. It's wonderful. And I think to really pause in any situation where you're starting to feel down on yourself or disheartened, just to remember that in every moment you are exactly where you were supposed to be, doing exactly what you were supposed to do. Even if it's not fun, even if it's not happy, even if it's not what you think you should be doing, you're doing the best you can with what you've got. And reminding yourself of that and just taking a second to trust that I am exactly where I'm meant to be is really powerful. So today I'm sitting in piles of work, and it's getting smaller, but not as small as I'd like it to be. And I have, because I'm really organized, I have, how many things I'd like to get done each day laid out, and I'm not perfectly living up to that. And so to take a minute and tell myself, instead of, you're an idiot and you're inefficient because you're not keeping up with this list, to say, I'm doing the best I can in this moment, and I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. That's a total mindset shift. That's not saying, that you love exactly where you're at and you're super happy about it, but it's just accepting, this is going on and this is how it's meant to be going right now. And so in a similar vein, the last thing I wrote down was, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. And this is something that I really picked up when doing tapping EFT with Brad Yates, which I'm sure I'll talk about one of these 10 days. He ends the tapping segments, practices, by saying, even though, fill in the blank, even though I didn't get as much done as I wanted to today, or even though I totally fell off the wagon with my diet, or even though I said some really mean things to myself today, I love and accept myself anyways. We all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. And you don't need to constantly remind yourself that you're not perfect. It's not going to make anything any better, I guess, which is to say, you can't criticize yourself into being, at least in my opinion, you can't criticize yourself into being a better worker, or into being prettier, or into being smarter, or to being more successful, or better with your money. Whatever it is, criticizing yourself, I don't believe is the path to get you there. Whereas if instead, when you start to hear those negative things come out of your mouth, or, on repeat in your mind, if you can just start to first recognize them, and then second, not make yourself wrong for thinking them, and third, last, try to turn it around into a positive statement. So it can be something, I'm doing the best I can in this moment. I know I'm doing this and feeling this way right now, and I love and accept myself anyways. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. I love to put things all over mirrors that say, like, I am lovely, I am beautiful. At work, I am smart. It can be super simple, and I feel like having those reminders through the day is something that has really served me. And also just being kind with myself as I learn this practice of not using negative self-talk as a tool to, be better, but instead accepting that I am great exactly where I am, how I am, and reminding myself of that constantly, and watching myself really grow and flourish from the positivity. So I hope that's helpful. It was kind of long. I had a really hard time making this video because I get super nervous about making videos and sharing this type of stuff. But I love and accept myself exactly as I am. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I will be back tomorrow with day 4, and I look forward to hearing from all of you.